The Science and Art of Fishing, brought to you by Zman. Featuring B.A.S.S. Elite Tournament Professional, Casey Ashley.
1949 was the year that probably had more impact on the fishing industry than any year ever. That's when the first plastic worm hit the water. Since then, there have been billions of plastics made, all shapes and sizes. Most all anglers have some type of plastic in his or her tackle box and will fish it every time they go fishing. We've learned to fish it on the bottom several different ways. The Texas rig is putting a slip sinker on the line above the bait and hooking the worm to make it weedless, just like this. Another popular method is the Carolina rig. We attach a weight above a swivel and use a leader of varying lengths to attach the hook. Now there's a shaky head where we use a small jig designed to make the worm stand straight up. The drop shot, where we attach the hook above the sinker and fish the worm just off the bottom. The action is really enhanced when you use a worm that floats. If you choose a worm made of Elastec, it will last a lot longer than ordinary plastics. More fish for bait, easy on the pocketbook. Have you ever seen a Carolina rig in action on the bottom? Most likely it really isn't doing what you think it is. Most plastics sink and lifelessly slide along the bottom unless you hop it up and down. You could say it's a lot like dragging roadkill on the bottom. That's why lures made of new materials like Elastec are really effective when fishing soft baits on the bottom. Depending on their size, they will float a 3, 4, or 5/0 hook with no problem. On a Carolina rig, the length of leader you use will determine how far off the bottom the bait that floats will suspend. Once you find the depth that the fish are holding in, you can adjust your leader length and the bait will constantly stay in the strike zone. Unlike normal plastic baits that sink, floating baits will swim along with a lifelike action that fish cannot resist. To a serious bass fisherman, this picture is worth 1,000 words. Once on the bottom, ordinary plastics can lay lifelessly until they are activated. All the action is controlled by the fisherman, while this floating bait will stand tail up and nose down. This stand-up profile makes a great target for predator fish to zero in on. The slightest movement will cause this bait to appear live. With the new floating soft baits on the market today, it makes bottom fishing easy.